Welcome back to the MMA Scene. Today's video presents...
Not surprised. I retired Jorge Masvidal Street Judas in T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada in March of 2022. So he hasn't been the same fighter. You can tell, obviously with what he did to me, attacked me and sucker punched me in the streets and stalked me and hit me from behind because he's a coward. So, he was done then. His ego was gone. His career was gone. He knew it was over. So he's doing something stupid, being a felon, committing felonies and breaking the law. So, he hasn't been the same. You could tell his body posture. He gave everything when he fought me. He came with everything. You could tell he still had the six pack. He was definitely doing some steroids because I used to watch him inject EPO in his ass. But he was definitely on something. He was that because he knew I was his last big main event pay-per-view fight. And he saw what happened. He got the 50-44 in a soda, and he was done. He was retired. He literally just showed up for the Gilbert fight for a paycheck. Because Gilbert's a nice guy. He's a family man. So, everybody's got respect for Gilbert, and there's no reason you can't respect that family man.
Yeah, and Gilbert, have you been surprised? Like, Gilbert's kind of putting you over. It's been pretty cool. He's like, Colby's playing it smart. Colby's doing this right. He's doing this right, and he hasn't said anything negative about you at all since beating Jorge Masvidal, which I thought was pretty interesting. Usually, guys are trying to get that fight with you, and they're trying to sort of take pot shots at you, and Gilbert's gone the completely different direction.
Yeah, because he appreciates my body of work, Mike. Look at my resume speaks for itself. If you look at the time all my fights happened, what the rankings of these guys were, top 3 guys in the world, future first ballot Hall of Famers, champion, challenger, champion. It's just everybody respects what I've done. Some people, all the haters can jockey for position, but at the end of the day, all my haters, they're just in denial. And what's weird, Mike, is I thought denial was just a river in Egypt.
Well, speaking of Gilbert Burns, he just fought this past Saturday against Belal Muhammad. Big fight, came together real quick. I thought this was the actual matchup to make for the division. I hated the timing on it. There was no need to rush this fight into existence, in my opinion, especially with you and Leon not even officially announced yet for a date. I just felt like rushing this in on 3.5 weeks notice or 2.5 weeks notice just didn't make any sense. But in the end, fight happens. Belal steps in, gets it done. One-sided fight. Belal defeats Gilbert Burns. And now, apparently, he's going to be next in line to face the winner of you and Leon Edwards. So, did you watch the fight? And if so, what was your reaction? What did you think of Belal Muhammad's performance?
Dude, you think I'm going to watch those fights? There was nothing hyped up or interesting about that fight or any fight, really. I never watch fights as it is anyways. But, I've got bigger business to attend to and to worry about than watch, the prelim gatekeepers in my division. So, I think it's funny that those guys rushed out to have a quick training camp and turn around into that co-main event spot. Like, the UFC, dude, Mike, do you realize this? The UFC didn't pressure those guys like, yo, we need you as the co-main. No, dude, that was a co-main event that was supposed to be at lightweights. So it's not like they pressured those guys. Oh, you got to save the day and welterweight. Like, you're going to move the needle, because those guys don't move the needle. The only needles that Bilal's moving, Bill Lyle is moving, the racist, is the needle he puts in his ass with all that growth hormone he's taking. It's obvious as day, but that's another point in itself. But the reason, it's just funny that they showed up on short notice. Do you realize the guy that really won that night in between that fight was the manager, because he got paychecks on both sides? He sent his fighters out to this short notice fight with nothing in return. It's not like they were getting a title. I mean, yeah, they're saying they're title shot, but after me, the only thing that's set in stone, Mike, and guaranteed is that I'm fighting for the undisputed world title in my next fight. There's no guarantee that they're fighting for the world title in their next fight. So they're going to have to, he's going to have to show more activity. He's going to have to win some high-level fights, some main event fights. Co-main event is still low level. You're not ready for the pressure, the spotlight of carrying a card and the things you have to do, for media to main event a fight. So, it's funny, man. Like, Bill Lyle, the racist, because he's clearly racist. He said that I got my title shot because the color of my skin is white. The fact that he had the hate in his heart to press send, and that just shows how he really feels. Like, he's a racist. You can't just say that someone deserves someone off the basis of the color of skin. That's despicable. It's gross. And there's no need for that in MMA in general. So Bill Lyle, the racist, has no room to talk. But that's not the conversation. The conversation is Ali Abdelaziz. He has all these fighters. He's putting them everywhere, and he's just making promises. Oh, yeah, there's going to be a title shot on the line for this fight. No. Why did Gilbert have to fight 3 fights in 5 months. Why did he rush him out there like that? The guy just cut 100 pounds in literally 3 training camps. Literally, if you think about it, probably 20, 30 pounds a fight, you know, and he had to do 3 back-to-back training camps. So I feel for Gilbert, man. He's a family man, and he got done dirty. You know, he could have stayed in his position and potentially been the backup for me and Leon. But, you know, now all the marbles have fell, and, you know, he's out of the equation. It's sad to see, man. He got sold the pipe dream by Ali Abdelaziz.
Thanks for watching us. If you like, please don't forget to like and subscribe.